Hey, Kevin. What are you doing?
Oh, we were talking amongst ourselves here about picking up things. You know, bend down on the floor and pick that thing up. You know, let's get a crane. You know, it's big enough, it's heavy enough. Let's pick it up that way instead of trying to grunt and groan it and, you know, pick up that piece of half-inch plate or something. And the discussion came up of, well, what's the best way? You know, how do you do it? What tools do you use? You got a ring. Well, it's a cut off of something, off a piece of pipe, I think it was. It's off the lathe. It was laying in the scrap pile over there. And I thought, well, okay, this is great because I could take this ring and I could weld it right to that piece of plate. Get the engine hoist. You know what those look like, right?
Show us.
So this is just your basic engine hoist. It's got the hook, it's got a hydraulic cylinder, you pump it up with a handle, you know, it comes up. You got something heavy sitting on the ground, like I said, you can weld that ring right to it. It's a flat sheet, weld that ring to it. You can reach down with the hook and grab it. Problem with this is, well, that's as far down as the hook will go. Oh, wait a minute. So of course that's where the chain comes in. I always have a little chunk of chain. You know, it's not a very heavy duty chain, but it's a good solid piece for, you know, the little pieces that I want to pick up with it. This is perfect. I've got a bigger one out in the truck, bigger length, heavier diameter, you know, for picking up the really heavy stuff with it.
And are those links welded?
Hey. I learned something about welded links a while back. I have it hanging on the wall over here as a reminder. Always, in my shop, my chains, always welded links, never formed links. So of course that's great if you've got something that's small enough that it'll fit in between the legs on the crane. Don't forget that part. Yeah, been there. So if it's too big, if the crane is going to get up in the way, but the legs of the crane are going to be on top of it, of course you can't pick it up. So I built something else. So this is a gantry crane. I made this for a sculpture I was making out of 2 stones, and I needed 2 different chain falls to be able to hold things up and have them be able to work on them at the same time. This is another way you can pick things up off the floor. Just a couple of legs, wheels so you can move it, you know, enough bracing in there so it's not going to get wiggly or collapse on you. A nice big I-beam across the top, and then 2 1-ton chain falls. And you just pull this handle or pull this one. You know, the chain goes up or down and you can pick up all kinds of things with it. And what happens if you've got, like, you've got a ring on something and your hook doesn't want to fit inside there? Or you've got no way to attach, you know, you can't get something to attach to that ring? Well, you've got a clevis. And you just turn that on. And now you've got an extra link on there where you can hook a hook to it, you can hook a chain to it, you know, you can get a little bit higher off the floor with it. You know, it gives you another option, another way to pick things up. I have even welded these to a piece of metal to be able to pick it up that way. Just always make sure this is closed completely, tightened down, so it's got as much tension or much pull strength as possible. And this one's rated to, I think, 660 pounds worth of pull on it, you know, before anything would fail. So you can pick up a decent amount with it. The tool I use the most for bringing in big sheets or partial sheets off of my rack outside with the engine hoist to get them up here on the bench. Of course, the sheets outside, they're all vertical. It's called a plate lifter. This is where your hook would go from like your chain fall or from your engine hoist. And this is where your steel goes, is up inside here. And it just slips right down over the edge and picks up. When you pick up on this, the linkage inside here is actually forcing that jaw upwards. So the heavier the plate, the more the pull, the tighter it becomes. And I don't know how many of you have ever noticed it in the video, but we got a little sky hook right here. This is a 3-pulley block and tackle. And it is just so handy for working here on the bench, flipping something over. You know, I can create something here and still be able to pick it up and pull it out sideways and be able to let it down and put it down on the ground. And then I can pick it up with the engine hoist or pick it up with a hand truck and take it away. And sometimes I have to get real creative. I've got several car lifts here, these 2-post car lifts. And I've even had to bring these in and bring the back legs in and then take a chain and go around all 4 of these to be able to reach down into a trailer that had a high side on it. So I could raise this up, back the trailer in, lower it down till it almost touched, take my chain, go down inside, hook onto the piece of steel that was in there, wrap it around all 4 legs, pick it up with the lift, get the trailer out of the way, and then bring my dolly in and set it down on my dolly. So be creative, it helps. So that gives you a few ways to cheat. You know, a few things keeping you back in your mind. You gotta pick up something heavy, you know, just look around. You can find something there. You know, like that engine hoist. You don't have one of those? I checked a minute ago. Harbor Freight, it's under 200 bucks. You know, and it's rated to like 4 ton. Come on, that's an easy one to do. So ways to cheat, things you got around, look around, improvise, you know, don't blow out your knees, don't ruin your back. Been there, done that, you know. Find a way to cheat, pick them up, get them on the bench, you know, get them in the truck, whatever. Now, I got one more heavy thing for you to do. Pick up that heavy finger of yours, click on that mouse, pop out to Facebook, search for Kevin Caron Artist. Come like me, come check me out, come see what's going on. I'm always getting into some kind of trouble. We'll see y'all next time.